Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be creating a very cute and simple birthday card using the Cotton Candy Wishes stamp and die set by Simon Stamp. Well, I have also used my Sparkle Strands background stamp for this card, which I feel is absolutely gorgeous. Before we get started, I would really appreciate if you could take a minute to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss the next time I post a video. Let us now take a look at the supplies that I used to create this card. Now, to start off, I have the Sparkle Strands background stamp set, which is an absolutely gorgeous background stamp. I have created so many different cards using just this one stamp set. I might have to create a new playlist just to add videos that I've created using this particular stamp set. For our focal point, I have the Cotton Candy Wishes Stamp and Die Set combo by Simon Stamp. Now, this one creates die cut images for our stamps, and also we have two sentiments which says Happy Birthday and Sweet Wishes. Let's start working on our background first. I'm using the Simon Stamp Positively Saturated ink in the shade Bubblegum to create a beautiful pink background. I use the Sparkle Strands background stamp, which is a beautiful wavy intertwined lines, which is accented by unevenly spaced dots in two small sizes. You will notice that I'm not stamping on the entire card front. That is because I need just a small strip of this background on my card front. I stamped the image twice using the bubblegum ink. Once my background was done, next we will work on our focal point. Now, whenever I have die cut images, what I like to do is have the die cut first and then do an die cut inlay technique and then stamp over that. This is just to avoid any kind of mistakes on die cutting after I have stamped and colored and ink blended on my stamped image. So here you'll see I used the cotton candy die cut to die cut out a piece of that using white cardstock, and I will inlay the cotton candy into that gap, and now we can line the stamp set, and using beautiful purples I will create a cotton candy focal point for our card front. I'm using Amethyst and Orchid to create our cotton candy. Now this is a layering stamp set. So I'll be using the lighter Orchid to create the background of this cotton candy, and to accent the second layer, I'll be using Amethyst. Now, since this is a brand new stamp, I just rub my finger all over it just to condition the stamp. You also get stamp conditioners, or even could spray some water over it and wipe it clean just to make sure that there is no mud static on the stamp. Now, here you'll see me layering the second layer and using the amethyst ink to create that beautiful dark shadow on our cotton candy. As a kid, I love cotton candy. Well, whenever my dad took me to a fair or to the beachside, he would buy me a cotton candy. And till today, anytime if I go to the fair, I need one cotton candy. And that is something, a very beautiful childhood memory that I absolutely love holding on to and cherishing forever. Now for the stick of our cotton candy, I used this beautiful brown mocha shade from again the Positively Saturated ink line. Now the stamp also comes with little tiny sparkles. For that I have used the Alta New Rose Gold ink. I love how beautiful this looks. Now even though I love having dimension on my focal points and on my cut fronts, I like to double up these little die cut pieces because that stick on the cotton candy looks really delicate. And I don't want to add a lot of tiny little foam strips on that. So just to layer it up and make it a lot more sturdier, I like to add extra die cut pieces under my focal point. Let's work on our background panel now. Now I went ahead and trimmed this panel to be slightly smaller than an A2 size panel, and I will be covering just the left hand corner of this card base. Now I decided to ink up my panel, so here I have the Simon's Stamp Craft Tacky Mat, which is a sticky mat that will hold my panel in place. I used bubblegum for this lighter pink and watermelon to add darker shades of pink on this background panel. Now, anytime you have a panel stuck on this craft tacky mat, all you need to do is bend the craft mat and remove the panel just to avoid any warping of your panel. Now I added a silver accent on this. This is a silver cardstock from Your Paper Insider, which I absolutely love on this pink cardstock. Now we can go and assemble our card, and for that I use some double-sided foam tape to add dimension on this card ink blended panel, and also small foam squares on the tip of this cotton candy. Off camera, I went and stamped the happy birthday sentiment using the bubblegum ink and die cut it using the coordinating die set. Again, like I did with our cotton candy, I did pop up that sentiment using additional die cut happy birthday sentiments. Now, once I had adhered my sentiment and the focal point, birthday card without bling is definitely not my thing. I'm using the Prism Dazzling Gems by Simon Says Stamp, and I like to use my Barely Art glue to adhere any of the sequins or gemstone mixes. Here's a closer look at the finished card. I absolutely love how this turned out. Well, looking at this makes me want to have a cotton candy right now. Well, I love the colors on this card, and that background matches perfectly with our cotton candy. And the little tiny hints of silver is absolute perfection on the card front. I hope you had fun watching the video and got inspired. All the supplies can be found linked in the description box below. All of these links are affiliate links, which means that if you shop using these links, I get a small commission at no cost to you guys. Well, I would love for you to become a subscriber to my channel, and if you do subscribe or are already a subscriber, please make sure to hit the bell icon so that you don't miss the next time I post. Also, if you'd like to share your creations, please tag me on my Instagram. There's a link to that in the description box below. Thank you again for joining me today. Until next time, stay safe.